Neptune is entering the sign of Aries, and this is a historic shift. Neptune has not been in Aries for roughly 165 years. The last time this planet occupied this sign, the world was a fundamentally different place. Neptune moves slowly. It spends approximately 12 to 14 years in each sign, and its influence is deep, gradual, and transformative. Unlike faster-moving planets that create quick, noticeable events, Neptune works beneath the surface. It reshapes how we feel, how we dream, what we believe in, and what we are willing to sacrifice for. When Neptune changes signs, entire generations begin to process the world differently. And when it enters Aries, a sign defined by initiative, courage, and the drive to begin something new, that shift carries a particular intensity. It asks us to reimagine who we are at the most fundamental level. What does this mean for your sign specifically? Let us talk about that now. Sagittarius, Neptune is leaving the space of your fourth house, where it has been for a very long time, since 2011. During that period, it could bring unclear, foggy, and sometimes undefined situations in the area of family life, as well as questions concerning your place of residence, home, or property. Many of you may have gone through situations in those years where it was difficult to make clear decisions related to home, family, or property. However, over the last 3 years, things began to gain more clarity. The reason for this was the transit of strict and serious Saturn, which in this sector of your chart brought the need for concrete decisions, responsibility, and the realization of goals. During that period, you may have been resolving family questions, housing matters, or property issues. Although this often came with effort, obstacles, limitations, and strain, you still managed to reach certain solutions. From an astrological perspective, that cycle is now complete. You can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that the heaviest part of that process is behind you. Now, Neptune is moving into your fifth house for more than a decade. What is especially important is that from this position, it will form a harmonious aspect of fortune to your sign. For you, this is not just good news. This is very good news. Neptune will be in the fiery sign of Aries, and fire is also your natural elemental energy. Because of this, you can expect the most beautiful and most inspiring manifestations of Neptune's influence. The synergy between Neptune in a fire sign and your own fiery nature creates especially potent conditions for creative and emotional fulfillment. This transit can have an especially powerful influence for those among you who were born between 1971 and 1984. For you, Neptune in Aries will also form a harmonious aspect to your natal Neptune, meaning you will have double support from this planet. But even if you do not belong to this generation, Neptune will still form a favorable aspect to your natal sun, which means this transit will open many possibilities for you as well. Let us look at the areas where Neptune can bring fortune, inspiration, and new opportunities. The first aspect is creativity. The fifth house is the house of creativity in the broadest sense of the word. Creativity is everything about which we can say, I conceived this, or I created this. It can be art, a hobby, writing, music, dance, painting, sculpture, or any activity that inspires us and activates our imagination. Creativity can also manifest through our work, because in every profession there is space for personal ideas and an original approach. For you, this Neptune transit can be a time of creative triumph. A time when your ideas can receive attention and recognition from other people. It is only important that you show the world what you are doing and that you do not hold back from expressing your creativity. Visibility matters during this transit. Since Neptune already briefly entered this sector during 2025, it is possible that you have already felt the beginning of this creative awakening. Some of you already know which project, idea, or direction is calling. For others, it will arrive as a pleasant surprise, especially at the moment when Neptune forms an exact trine, the aspect of fortune, to your natal sun. This can be a time of unexpected success, a time when other people become interested in your ideas, your projects, and your creative work. But the key to success lies in sharing your ideas with the world. It does not matter what you do. Someone might start a blog about fishing, someone might launch a YouTube channel about cooking, preserving, handicrafts, or any topic that inspires them. The most important thing is that you do what brings you joy, what fulfills you, and what you pursue with enthusiasm and inspiration. That is precisely where the key to your potential success during this transit lies. The second aspect is the joy of living. The fifth house is also the house of joy, fun, and enjoying life. During this period, it is important to bring more joy and beautiful moments into your life. Do not deny yourself small pleasures, travel, outings, gatherings, visits to concerts, theaters, or interesting events. Make an effort to fill your life with vivid experiences, to see friends more often, and to allow yourself moments of spontaneity and genuine enjoyment. Life is asking you to say yes more often. The third aspect is your relationship with children. The fifth house is the house of children. During this period, it can be very important to dedicate more time and attention to your children. Try to develop their creative abilities or even find a shared hobby or activity together. Of course, there are not always perfect relationships between parents and children, especially when children are grown. But right now may be the perfect moment to renew contact and closeness. The key lies in sincerity and openness. It is important to acknowledge possible mistakes from the past, to have honest conversations, and to keep your promises. In this process, there can be many touching and emotional moments. For example, you might share a story from your own life with your child, read a fairy tale together, or visit a place that brings joy, a park, an amusement center, or simply a place where you can relax and enjoy each other's company. Sometimes it is enough to awaken the child within yourself in order to rediscover closeness and warmth in your relationships. The fourth aspect is love and emotions. The fifth house is also the house of love, emotions, and romantic feelings. For those among you who are searching for love, this can be a very favorable period to meet someone who will awaken powerful emotions and inspiration in your life. The kind of connection that reminds you what it feels like to be truly excited about another person. If you are already in a long and stable relationship, this transit can be an opportunity to refresh the connection, to start anew, to acknowledge past mistakes to each other, and to try to forgive what has been. In the sphere of love during this period, there can be many beautiful, tender, and emotionally rich moments. And even if the topic of romantic life is not currently your focus, the energy of the heart can express itself through books, films, or stories about love and human emotion. Art that moves you can be just as nourishing as romance itself. Overall, Neptune's transit through your fifth house can bring a very inspiring and emotionally rich period. A period in which more creativity, inspiration, joy, and deeply moving moments will appear in your life. This is a time that can awaken your imagination, your heart, and your desire to create, bringing you a sense of inner and creative uplift that you may not have felt in years.